Hola cafeños, we're Cafe con Leche Travels. My name is Travis.
I'm David.
I'm wearing my traveling hat because this week we're going to
Monterrey.
So let's go. I feel like we haven't been traveling in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
And this was kind of a last minute plan, although we've been wanting it to Monterrey forever.
We've heard a lot of good things about it, so we want to go check it out.
There is a line. There is a big line.
Looks like we made it to the new part of the airport.
Merida is stepping it up. It's very nice.
Very nice.
We made it to Monterrey.
We did. It was easy. Hour and a half flight.
Up, down. David slept the whole time.
Of course I did. The weather is mild and
Sunny.
sunny, breezy.
It's supposed to be cloudy and a bit rainy this week, so we kind of thought we'd arrive to clouds, but I'm glad I brought my hat.
Today is our first full day out in Monterrey, and it is a crisp 60 degrees and no sun.
No sun, super gray, but not rainy, so that's good. We thought it might rain. We got in last night, have an awesome Airbnb right in the Barrio Antiguo section, which is filled with really cool art galleries, coffee shops, restaurants, little hotels. It's a great place to be.
Now we are headed to the Macroplaza, which is known to be the 5th largest plaza in the entire world.
And the largest plaza in Mexico. And it's just like a 5-minute walk from our Airbnb.
Yeah, we did good.
So let's go.
Monterrey is the 9th largest city in Mexico and is known to be the wealthiest.
Which we can see kind of dotting the skyline are a ton of new construction, new condos, new apartments. The Airbnb that we're staying in is very nice and is in a very nice brand new condo building.
Shout out to Erica and Marcos for being the best Airbnb hosts.
Monterrey is the capital of the state of Nuevo León. It is the top of the triangle that makes up Monterrey, Guadalajara, and Mexico City.
But we've been able to go to all of those places.
So we're completing the trifecta.
It's 2 hours south of the border of Texas, so a lot of people here speak English because we're so close to the States.
Behind us is the beautiful Palacio de Gobierno de Estado de Nuevo León.
Say that 3 times fast.
Because I cannot. And this park is 400,000 square meters, huge, with a bunch of monuments and libraries and museums along the border, and so we're gonna go check it out.
And what's also cool is around you can see all the mountains and nature that's just around the city. So we're really excited to check that out as well.
But let's explore this Macroplaza. Behind us, that is the Congress, the State Congress House. And on the other side of the park is the City Theater. So you could say there's performances on both sides of the park. Ba-dum-bum, chump. So we know it's a Monday after a holiday.
There are no tourists.
Like anywhere.
It feels so somber for such a busy city.
Where is everyone? Everyone is going to work, going to school. Should we go to work?
Behind us is the Faro del Comercio,
which was built in 1984, and you can see it from pretty much everywhere in the Macroplaza because it is huge.
Yeah. At night, it gives us a laser show, which we haven't seen yet, but I'm sure is pretty cool.
So we'll be back for that. Things we have learned while traveling around Mexico. Mondays.
Things are closed, shut down, cerrado.
So Sundays and Mondays can be a challenge to find things to do. Most museums in the city are closed on Mondays. Most restaurants are closed on Mondays.
Just something to keep in mind. We managed to find something that was open, this cafe here in Centro, and I got a cold tea on a cold day, which makes no sense.
And I got a hot tea. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are on day 3.
Yes.
But we have decided Monday does not count.
Yeah, Mondays are shut down to the world here in Monterrey. So nothing's open, nowhere to go. People are like shut into their homes.
Or working. It was wildly empty yesterday.
Yeah.
So if you can explain why in the comments, please let us know. But we were the only people on the street for a lot of the day down in the center of the city. After we got tea at that coffee shop, we just came back to this place and worked. So if you're coming to Monterrey, plan a slow day for Mondays. But today, Tuesday, we have an action-packed day.
Yes, we got a lot to do. We are going to go for a hike. We're gonna go to a museum. We are going to
see the park.
Before we do that, and while we drink our coffee, we want to talk a little bit more about this Airbnb. We will link it below. Erica and Marcos have been amazing hosts. They're very responsive, and it's just been a really great stay.
The space itself is obviously very well designed, and it's really something how we've stayed in a lot of Airbnbs, and the design element really impacts our stay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be like fancy art or fancy furniture. Just like well thought out and coordinated stuff makes us feel so much better.
Yeah, I think coming on this trip specifically, we realized how much we want to feel like home in a space that we're in. Just the feng shui. Mm-hmm. It really affects us.
It's important, turns out. One of the great things about this place is the wall of closets. It lets you kind of unpack your suitcase so it doesn't make you feel like you're living out of the suitcase the whole time, which that is important to me.
There is a washer and dryer, which is always great for us because we sweat a lot working out and going about our activities, so it's just good to have that like right in where you live.
The view here is wonderful. You can actually see the riverwalk right outside our window.
And there's mountains to the left and to the right, So that's also cool to wake up to.
The bed is very comfy.
Very.
And there is a roof deck upstairs, which is really nice. The weather has not been cooperating since we've been here, but hopefully we will see the sun later today.
Hopefully.
That's what the internet tells us.
But if not, it's not gonna rain on our parade. We're still gonna go out and do things.
All right, we are going to finish our coffee now and pack a bag with some snacks and a lot of water, because we heard that is important to bring on this hike. And then we're gonna go hiking.
So let's go! Travis is behind us making some sandwiches for our trek. There are many hikes to choose from. Some where you obviously do have an entrance fee or is connected to a national park. Some are just like random. You get dropped off in a neighborhood, go into tunnels and like find your own way. We chose this one because it was really close to the Airbnb and it has really cool views from what we found. Monterrey is translated to Mountain King or King of the Mountains. So I feel like this is definitely something you should partake in while you're here.
All right, for this hike, we have 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches wrapped in aluminum foil because that's all we have. Feels aggressive. Got some nuts, some more nuts with jalapenos, 2 bananas, and 2 big water bottles, which we're gonna fill up. That should be good.
I think we're set to go.
Okay, so starting off the hike, our Uber driver on the way here told us this was a bad hike and that we should go to the waterfall hike, which we did see, but it's about an hour outside of town and we didn't know about getting an Uber there and back. We knew we could pay for a guide, but we didn't really want to. But he was like, this hike is bad and you're gonna get lost.
So stay tuned for that.
He was offering to take us to the waterfall hike tomorrow. It was very nice. Jonathan, if you're watching, thank you so much. Hopefully don't get lost. We specifically chose this hike because they said you cannot get lost. So if we do, come find us.
So Monterrey feels like kind of how you would feel in the States as far as the city would go.
Which makes sense because it's so close to the border. Actually, a lot of locals do a lot of their shopping in the States, especially for electronic, because they're less expensive, which is interesting because a lot of the manufacturing actually takes place here or outside of the city center, where you see a lot of factories and industrial zones.
Yes, which also leads to some smog in the city.
So this is a very clear trail, and now that I'm thinking back to what the Uber driver said, I'm wondering if I missed some context in his Spanish. Maybe perder is what he was saying, to be lost. Maybe he was saying you can't get lost in nature here because it's basically a
literal cement sidewalk. So if you are looking for an easy hike, this would be an answer to that.
Well, easy in the sense that it's a clear path. Right. It is up.
It is up, all the way up. When
yeah.
It's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's up.
The altitude climb is about 2,000 feet from the start of the trail to the top, so.
Yeah, my body's warming up already.
Came to the 10 Commandments behind us. It's a good reminder. It's a good list of commandments. You know, don't do bad things.
Especially on a mountain.
We don't know if we're going to those antennas in the distance and the way off, but if we are, that is quite the journey.
I'm feeling it.
So this was rated as a moderate hike, and I'd say it's moderate.
Yeah.
But definitely not.
Yeah, you're not Ramboing it through the woods, but you do feel a good burn.
Hiking is always nostalgic for us because that's how we met.
It was our first date, so we do try to hike in almost every city we travel to. We got a message the other day though asking what good hiking in Merida was, and we laughed.
It is flat.
Because Merida has no incline anywhere. But if you do know some good hiking trails in Merida through the jungles, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Because we do not. So at about 2,500 meters, there's kind of an abandoned structure with people sitting on the roof and killer views.
And little, I can't remember if it's a possum or opossum. One of the two. I can't remember what it is in the States and what it is everywhere else.
But we walked by and saw that. I was like, no, I don't want to go down there and have possums or opossums come and say hi.
And usually I'm the one that's kind of skittish, but I walked right up to it, mainly because there were other people on there and it was walking right up to them and no one was freaking out. So that was my barometer.
Was never been that close to one of those furry little guys. They were cute, but
cute, and they started fighting each other. It was a moment.
So if you're keeping score, so far we've seen the 10 Commandments and the crucifixion. So at the top, he might rise again.
My guess is that was the tomb that we walked by. Easter jokes are funny.
If you've made it this far in the video and we've made it this far in the hike, now would be a great time for you to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, like, we're out here hiking for you.
And the notification bell lets YouTube know that you're interested in what we post.
And helps the algorithm share our videos with other people who might be interested. So thanks for doing that.
I know
we love you guys.
Talk is like, oh, here we go. But it really is truly what makes us be able to go
and pant up mountains.
We do it all for you.
We are so close to that antenna.
And this view is incredible. You can see the entire city and the mountains and the smog.
I just can't believe we walked all the way up here.
It's so worth it, you guys.
We're so close, but we're not done.
Almost to the sandwiches.
It's been 2.5 hours. There are more opossums or possums or some other animal we are mislabeling on the trail ahead.
Just want food. They don't want to hurt nobody. So we're just gonna sneak on by.
And walk slowly. Say no gracias. Still there. No. Oh God, here comes another one. There's like a whole family of them. All right, so I think, aren't opossums or possums blind? And aren't they nocturnal? So what are they? Internet, tell us in the comments. We could Google, but I don't think we have service because we're in the clouds, despite being directly next to an antenna. Oh, we're so close.
Made it. We summited to the top. Now we possibly go up these steps.
Because it looks like this trail ends at a gate. So yeah, let's try the steps. You first.
Whew. Do it.
The top, there's all these little structures, most of which are abandoned. The antenna, and quite the view.
The sun's out to greet us, and it is amazing.
And once you get up here, there is a little path. Go back and see the other side of the mountains because they are beautiful. So now we gotta hike down so we can get the rest of our day. Did not know this was gonna take 4 hours. Going down is a lot quicker, but it's a lot on your quads.
Yeah.
The balls of your feet.
Feeling it all up in my thighs. But you do move a lot faster, so.
We are on hour 4, about 4 hours and 10 minutes.
And the sun's shining.
We think there's maybe like 45 minutes left. We'll see.
We just did all of that. Feel it in my biscuits.
We just finished. Just took a little under 5 hours.
And I feel it.
My legs are jello. Ready for the couch. I don't think the Contemporary Art Museum is gonna happen right now.
I'm gonna go rest these legs.
And see what feels right.
Now it is Wednesday. We died yesterday and came back to life.
Died. I feel muscles in my legs that I did not know were there. And we are in shape,
Yeah.
people.
So if you're thinking about doing that specific,
The antenna hike.
yeah, just go to the platform. It's about 2 hours. The view's great there.
And probably like an hour back, as opposed to the full 5 that we did.
Yes. So today we're gonna do what we wanted to do yesterday, but our legs were gonna fall off. So we're headed to Parque Fundidora, and it's a big park.
In the center of the city. We're excited to check it out.
Let's go.
So to get to Parque Fundidora, we are going to take a boat down the Paseo Santa Lucia.
This man-made river/riverwalk was started in '96 and ended in 2005, and it's about 1.5 miles long.
Construction was actually stopped for 9 years in the middle of that due to economic reasons, but now it's beautiful. There are boats that go up and down, and for 100 pesos for adults, you can get a ticket and take a boat ride. So we're gonna take a boat ride down there to enter the Parque Fundidora.
So the boat ride was about 10 minutes long. It was very slow paced. You get kind of some historical knowledge of the things around you from the boat driver, and you just get to soak in the views.
And you're whisked right into like the bottom of the Parque Fundidora, which is huge.
Huge.
And so much to do. We see people with bikes, and I want to figure out where they got those bikes, because you know we're gonna get on some bikes if we can.
Parque Fundidora. It is on the grounds of an old steel company that went bankrupt in '86. In '88, the city thought maybe it'd be a good idea to turn it into kind of a park.
Construction started in the early 90s and they finished in 2001. It is 360 acres in the middle of the city. And what's cool is they kept a lot of the old pieces and parts from the steel factory. And so it's kind of a blend of nature and industrial parts.
Yeah, it is really, really big, but even in the bigness, maybe it's because it's Wednesday, there's not a lot of people here.
Yeah, it feels like, you know, how you can get lost in Central Park or Chapultepec in Mexico City, that you don't even kind of feel like you're in a city anymore. It's awesome.
Yeah.
We are waiting for the boat back. We're gonna go back to the Macroplaza where the museum is, but we're standing where the boats come, and the mountain off in the distance is where we hiked to the top of yesterday.
It's unbelievable.
I truly can't believe we went all the way up there with our own feet.
Our legs are still working.
My legs can't believe it because they're still in pain. The Modern Art Museum was awesome.
There were so many cool installations and ways to interpret things, and when you find out what the stories really were, it was really, really, really cool.
There was this wild documentary about this guy in Mexico City and his falcon. Wow. 5 out of 5 recommend stopping by.
Yeah, the lower level was like regular art, and then the top level was called morbid art. So imagine what that was like.
I didn't even notice that. Oh. On Wednesdays, Marco is free, so that is exciting, and open late. They had a big sign saying the museum is for everyone, and making it free and giving it extended hours on the day that it's free really does help make it for everyone.
Yeah, contemporary art in any capacity is cool, but to have it in a place that you are not familiar with is even cooler. So those are some of the things we got to do in Monterrey, and there's so many things we didn't get to do.
So leave us some recommendations in the comments, things that you've done in Monterrey, things that you want to do in Monterrey. We do have a couple more days here. We are going to try to explore some more and make some more videos.
From what we've gathered at our time here, Monterrey is not your typical tourist city as far as a place like Sayulita or San Miguel. It is a city where Mexican people are just living.
Living, working, going out to dinner. There's obviously lots to do here, but yeah, it's not Mexico City or Guadalajara. It's much smaller. One distinct thing about Monterrey is all of the nature that surrounds it.
Yeah.
There are some amazing day trips and pueblo mágicos to get to from here that we obviously didn't get a chance to yet, but that just means we'll have to come back.
Yeah, for sure. It's been nice to wake up and see a mountain right outside your window, but then you also get the hustle and bustle of a city. Again, if you have any other things or tips about Monterrey, please leave a comment below and let us know.
All right, we come out with new videos every Thursday, so if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe.
Yes, and also we have a Patreon if you want to support us even more to become a part of our Cafeño crew. Go to the link below to sign up.
All right, here comes our tagline.
Hasta luego.
We'll see you next time.